And hello everyone, how's it going? It is, oh wait, this is my other camera. Okay, there we go. I was thinking I spent all that time setting this up. All right, it is January 17th, 2023, and we are here to do some live coding tonight. I got an idea of what to work on, and I hope you're all excited about joining me for the ride. I gotta be kind of quick tonight. A little bit short. We're going to get in, get out. And yeah, I've got to take an early train tomorrow morning, so I don't want to be up too late. That's the skivvy. That's the inside scoop. So we're going to hang out here tonight and do some using of machine learning models to create closed captions on my YouTube videos. So I'm trying to get my to-do list done while also hanging out with you all. We got Odinson in the chat. We also got Viodis Perfect. We have Restream, which is the thing that restreams what me to YouTube and to Twitch. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, come on and join us over on Twitch. And if you're on Twitch, why don't you say something in the chat so I know that you're here, so I know that it's not just me. I hope you're all doing well. Let's go ahead and dive into this, shall we? Shall we? Okay, so here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal. Let me make sure I have the right one to switch to. Man, I've made so many scenes in OBS that I don't know which one to choose. All right, I think this one's it. So we're gonna go ahead here. We got some thumbs up, so I'm assuming that's good news. Kai Dog Millie, what's up? David, thank you. I'm glad you like my channel. I hope you're doing well. So, speaking of YouTube, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel already and you're in Twitch, you can do !YouTube. I make videos about data science and coding in Python and machine learning and all that stuff. So what we're going to try to do tonight is, and actually it's also youtube.com/@RobMullah. That's my name, and that'll bring you to my YouTube channel. So the thing with YouTube is I've heard rumors. It's not really rumors. YouTube says when I log into YouTube Studio that creating good closed captions can be helpful for the algorithm to get more people to watch your stuff. It also helps out those who are hearing impaired being able to watch your show. If you speak a different language and they're able to translate it, that's a big thing. So, speaking of that, I've noticed that there is this repo out there that uses OpenAI's free public model. And by the way, if you don't know what OpenAI is, you need to look it up. You need to know what they are now because they've just released so many things that are game changers right now. But one of the things they've released recently, other than ChatGPT, other than now I'm forgetting the name. Other than DALL-E 2, is something called Whisper, and that is an open source model that allows you to take voice and speaking audio and convert that into text, and it's pretty good, and it works in a bunch of different languages. I think it can also do conversion or like translation, but we'll have to see that. The chat ready to display messages. Oh wait. Can I ask for advice before you start your project? Viodis, yeah. Go for it. Ask. Ask away, sir. Or ma'am. All right, so while you're asking, I'm going to go ahead and get set up here in my environment. So it looks like maybe I need to create a new environment. Let's just start out clean and new and fresh. Nice and clean and fresh with a new Conda environment. We'll Conda create, and we'll name this YT Whisper, and we'll do Python. Python equals 3.8. I think they said 3.7 or greater, newer here, and I'm pretty comfortable with 3.8. Oh, and don't do that backslash. And we're going to create this new Conda environment in which I will run YouTube Whisper in. What's my favorite anime? I've never gotten really huge into anime. So, is it the same as assembly.ai? No, I think those two are different. Can I, so I want to do something with this data set, but I can't come up with anything other than displaying top 10 stats for season champions.csv. What is this? League of Legends. How big is this data? It's very small. The whole data set is less than 1 megabyte. So you might be limited just in that fact that it's so small. It doesn't really sound interesting to me. I want to do something that the great Rob Mulla Jose says. Yeah, I'm just me. I'm just me, okay? Similarly, what are you doing? There's also a Chrome extension that makes summary out of the transcript of a YouTube video using ChatGPT. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think that's against the terms and conditions, though, of ChatGPT to write any APIs like that. I don't want to get my account banned. I'm re-rolling to Python from R, so I'm making small steps. Well, small data, small steps, that's good. What do you have here? You have team, you have player name. One thing I might suggest with this is like match stats. You can do summaries. You can do like a pair plot. Try to make a pair plot with Seaborn. Hey, we got a subscription, Xcode. Thank you for subbing. How long has it been? 5 months, Xcode. Let's spin the wheel for you. Let's spin the wheelie wheel for Mr. Xcode in the house. Cheers to you. Hope you're doing well. I landed on nothing, and instead I'll just cheers to you. I'm re-rolling Python in terms of data size. Yeah, cheers. What are you saying, Violidis? I don't know if I can help you. All I'm saying is try a pair plot. That's a good place to start. If you have multiple categories and 2 features that you're at minimum 2, probably more features that you can compare. Like maybe you compare the events, the results at the different events or the different teams and their results. Sometimes when you have a blue team and a red team, then you need to duplicate the data and stack it up so you can have each team's results as like its own column. So you kind of duplicate this data. There's a lot you can do. Have you tried Julia for data science? Never! But I would if it became a thing. I don't know. I'm not into trend setting. I'm into early adopting. Early adopting means that you don't have to like jump on trends that don't amount to anything. But you get all the benefits of jumping on some. Pog Deflin's up at 3 a.m. Get to bed. Why are you watching me? I'm not that entertaining for you to skip out on sleep. Unless that's just the way you roll. And if it is, hey, I'm happy to have you with me. All right, we're going to pip install this YT Whisper. Error. Could not find a version that satisfies Whisper. Unavailable from YouTube Whisper. Well, that is gonna be a problem. What's the requirements.txt? Let's just install this. Pip install Whisper. We've installed this before. So this is the actual Whisper models repository. And we're going to go ahead and pip installed it. Oh, it's called OpenAI-Whisper. Maybe that's why. Maybe it changed names. So maybe we'll have to modify this repo that we've cloned. If you had to choose between Rust and Julia, which would you learn first? Rust? I don't know. I don't know. Rust seems like it's what the cool people do. Like Primogen, he uses Rust. Like I said, I am a follower, not a leader. Don't follow me. Okay, so we got Whisper installed. Let's go into the repos directory. Let's go ahead and clone this YouTube Whisper repo because I think I'm gonna have to. Do that in order to get this working. So let's go ahead and git clone this. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. Let's see how my system's doing as this runs. All right, so YouTube Whisper. What I believe this does, let's look at this command line interface. What it does is you can use it as a command line tool where it looks like what it does is it creates a temporary directory. So the main, let's actually just start with main. So if I ran this, it would run main, and then it creates this arg parser. This is pretty common in command line tools. If you're new to Python, this is what we do. Oh, we don't delete that. So command line tools help us out because we can just run it from the command line with some arguments, but then we need something to parse it. That's where arg parser comes in. Nice thing about this is you can tell it things like arguments are required, set their defaults, and then after that you basically have just this args. See this args? Args object that you can pull out all the different results from. So this is nice. They're doing type hints here as to actually the types that these should be, even though I think that could be set here in arg parse, whatever. So if model name ends with -en, so what's the default model name? Default is small. So let's go big. What are you guys saying? It is hard as actual early adoption. How does someone go about this early adopting? I don't know. Early adopting polars. See, I'm not even early adopting polars because I haven't used it much other than on stream. Like I'm not going to go build a whole pipeline on polars yet. I mean, it's getting pretty close there. A lot of people use it, sounds like. It seems like good, built software. Is our actual, what are you saying? If you have to choose between Rust and Julia. Oh, and also David J says, what are we doing? We're working on creating YouTube transcripts, closed captioning. We are your followers. That makes you a leader. There's so many of you. What are we going to do? Okay, so let's activate this YT Whisper. And then let's try to call this command line argument. I mean, we could try to pip install this. It's erroring out because of this. Nothing matched the distribution for Whisper. Did they change the way this package works? I don't think so. It's still you import Whisper. So maybe what I can do is I can pip install this with no dependencies, no depths. Now it'll install with no dependencies. And then let's see how this is supposed to work. I already have ffmpeg installed. Well, it's yt_whisper. No module named ytdlp. So what is that? So now that I didn't install this, that's whisper like that. I'm going to pip install ytdlt. What is ytdlt? DLT or DLP? DLP. Oh, it's dash. I was doubly wrong. I had an underscore and I had T. YTDLP. Oh, shoot. A YouTube DL fork with additional features. Well, I don't even know what YouTube DL is. Is that YouTube downloader? That's a YouTube downloader. That's what it's got to be. So let's go to my repo. My Python, man, I can't even speak. My YouTube page. Pull this one example YouTube video on polars. Speaking of early adopting, this is my video on polars. And blah, 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 blah. This guy's yapping away. And if I click on closed captions, you can see that these are auto-generated. So one thing is that they don't have good captions, or they don't have good punctuation. And there could be words that are just straight up wrong. Just wrong, wrong, wrong. So what I want to do here is see if we can use Whisper to create legit closed captions. And another thing to note is that once we do that, it will say CC. Let's go to mine. It will say like CC by it to identify it as closed captioned. This one I added captions to just to see if it would work. That makes sense? What is chat saying? What are you chatters saying? Thomas said hi. What's up, Thomas? The NFL competition looks interesting, but I'll have to learn American football a bit. You should just jump into it, man. This competition is wild. Now I'm going to get sidetracked here. NFL contact. I'm a little scared because I am. Yeah, let's open this in an incognito window just so I don't accidentally show anything, because I'm helping host this so I can see more than you guys can. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just going to talk about this competition in generalities, but we're about halfway through it. I've helped create this. There's $100,000 on the line. The NFL is behind this. It's helping player health and safety. You get to work with video data, player tracking data. If you want a job in the NFL and you can do well in this competition, different teams are going to want to hire you because it's pretty cool. But basically, you're trying to figure out when players are in contact with each other and when they're in contact with the ground. It's a lot harder than you might think. So look at this leaderboard. We have like Osaka Tigers is a powerhouse team just going at it. We have a lot of other strong grandmasters involved. Check out this competition if you haven't already. We're almost hitting 500 teams, almost halfway through it. It's a perfect time to join it if you haven't already. So please, people, check it out. $100,000. Right? The data includes just straight up video files. Oh, it's going to make me sign in. So you can't see them here, but video files of the sideline and end zone view. Also, the tracking data during the play, and then all the labels for the training set of when players are in contact with each other. So really cool one. Everyone should check it out. Is this VOD going to be on YouTube? It's 3 a.m. Need to sleep. Yeah, they're always, I keep them up on YouTube, and they're also on Twitch. What's up, Bazoo? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks you for saying what's up. If it's not, record it for you. No, you can go to bed. I think there's a website that lets you download YouTube Auto CC. That's what we're trying to do. So, I mean, we could do it if there's a website. Have you participated in GoDaddy microblogs in Kaggle? No. Did that one just start? I haven't had time to like spend on other competitions since I'm helping host that one and making YouTube videos and working full time. In general, download data from Kaggle and work on your own machine, or just work in Kaggle environments? I like to work on my local machine if I can. Yeah, but when a competition is really up and grinding, when you're grinding through a competition, you might be running things on your own machine, might be running a bunch of Kaggle kernels, and it's not bad. And you're going to have to spend a lot of time in the Kaggle kernel to get your code, make sure your code runs properly, because in most of these competitions, they require you to submit your model through the notebook. So, you know, you spend a lot of time in kernels regardless. That being said, there are people who have won big data competitions like this one. Like last year, I think the winner used a lot of Colab, Google Colab, like free Colab or Colab Pro, the very cheap kind. And you can do a lot with that. You don't need a big local machine. What if I'm based in Europe? If you're based in Europe, you could win. The winners last year were all from Japan. Not all of them, but top teams were from Japan. Most of the top teams are from Japan right now. Do you have any tips for the competition? No, I don't want to give any tips. Not that I could. I mean, I don't want to say anything about it specifically, other than it's a great one to join. You should join it. And also, let's be honest, my job's on the line with this competition. So let's make it a good one. Make one for actual full, all the actors, give them a rating of 0 to 10 for elegance of faking injuries. Ooh, so there was just a competition that came out with video from real football games. The new camera is nice. Thank you. It's a little bit different, right? I don't get what the helmet's baseline is in the data. So last year, so in the video footage for that competition, you are given bounding boxes of all the helmets and a label of the player for the helmet. But it's not perfect because it's an output from the prior year's winning model. Because that was the goal of last year's competition, is see if you can assign helmets to players. So you just have to know that it's not perfect when you're using those labels. And your model has to, if you're going to build on top of that, you have to account for that, or you have to be aware that these bounding boxes aren't always perfect. For the Brazil coin is almost 500,000. Oh, yeah. Wait, do you get more GPU and TPU quota since I'm a grandmaster? No, I get the same. They don't give us anything more. AD, haha. What's AD? Ad? Oh, like I'm advertising? And I'm playing around with Whisper as well. Nice! You're in a perfect spot. For some reason, Japanese are really into Kaggle. At least I saw them on Twitter a lot posting about competitions. Yeah. They all seem to gravitate towards the same ones too. So, I mean, it's like that with a lot of competitions. Like, I have competed on Kaggle for about like 4 or 5, like really like 3 or 4 years competitively. I did it for like 2 years really competitively, and it seemed to be like specific people gravitated towards certain types of problems, like an optimization problem versus an image-based problem, or these audio-based problems or signal-based problems. And I just gravitated towards the ones that a bunch of other people did. So I would see a lot of familiar faces. But if I wanted to like go into the other types of competitions, I wouldn't see a lot of familiar faces. So it just kind of works out that way. It's also like everyone gets on the same cycle, I've noticed. So like if you start a competition and it ends, you're going to pick up with whichever ones are just launched or closely launched recently. And then you and a bunch of other people will get on the same cycle where you're like, okay, all of us just ended this one, a new one starting up, all that jazz. I love Kaggle. I'm still a student, but I've learned almost all I know from Kaggle. I'm with you on that. I mean, I got a good foundation from school. I'm not going to lie. And I learned a lot of like non-technical things from school, but most of what I learned, at least after school, has been from Kaggle, and I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, guys. Okay, so let's take this Polar's video and see if I can run this YouTube Whisper on it. So I think we should just have to put this video part here. The output dir. Yeah, let's just, if we leave that blank, it'll just be here. Verbose is set to false. Let's make it verbose. Task is transcribe. And language is going to be, why is this two, what's this two language code? Language spoken to an audio skip to perform language detection. Okay, so it'll automatically detect. Break lines. Whether to break lines into a bottom heavy pyramid shape if the length exceeds n characters. All right, let's just disable line breaking. Verbose expected one argument. String to bool. So usually with something like verbose, you just have to call it, and then by default it would be true. But whoever set up this arg parser said you have to actually type -- verbose and then say true. That's different, but hey, this is open source. We can't complain here. The third angle / view is out of sync, right? Oh, people are asking about the competition. The third angle is not guaranteed to be synced. We were talking about that NFL Kaggle competition. We are given an all 27 view. So let's see what this does. This is the main. It gets the arguments. It loads the Whisper model. Then it gets the audio. So let's see what Get Audio does. Get Audio uses this YTDLP. Whew. Look, it's already getting all this. It's working. It's running. It's making this. So it's. I can't believe it downloaded that video that quickly. Is this only okay? So this is taking only the audio. These things are cool. This temp file. Has anyone used temp file before? Oops, not there. Has anyone used temp file before? Come on, is anyone there? Hello! Sorry for yelling. Speaking about Kaggle, I just watched a Power BI Video presented by what seemed like your Indian cousin, who is also making videos on Kaggle on how to transfer from machine and to. But why Power BI? Who is this guy? Send me this guy's link. All right, people are here. Temp file is great because you know when you're doing something in Python and you have to download a file and then you have to delete the file afterwards, or it's just sitting in some random location. If your process shuts down, that temp file is just sitting there. This is a module that kind of just makes that temp file for you, automatically deletes it. You can add some encoding, buffering. It's pretty handy. So you can make directories in it, I think. So it's almost like a temporary workspace. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So it gets the audio, then it does break lines, pulls that out. Model.transcribe the audio path. I don't know what this is. Slugify title. Okay, Slugify is the name of the video slug. And now it's telling us it saved it to this path. So let's look here. Let's open this Polars. And this is what we have. We have this web VTT thing. And we should be able to go now into YouTube Studio. So let me open up a new one here. Got to make sure you guys are paying attention. There's a lot of drifters out there. A lot of lurkers. Make sure you guys are on your toes, that you guys are watching out. Okay, so this is the video that we transcribed. I'm going to go to subtitles. Upload file maybe with timing. I guess I can look here. So it's in my repos. It's just sitting here. Now let's check out and see what these look like. If you've watched any of my videos before, you probably know that I'm a big fan of pandas, which with a Python package in data at the same time. I'm always interested in learning. Man, this guy is super cool. Look at his YouTube video. Let's just check the text. All right, so remember, the default YouTube ones does not have punctuation. This one does. Whisper is okay, polars. That might be something that we have to change a lot. Because polars. How can we do this? All right, we're going to use Vim here. Every time I say polars in this video, it thinks it's pollers like someone who's at the poll. Like the people that help with elections. Sheesh, bro. What are you saying sheesh, bro, for me, QWERTY? You're just the keyboard. You're just the top left of my keyboard, QWERTY. I'm here, bro. Chill. By the way, I never use it. What do you never use? Use what? I'm always like 10 minutes behind YouTube chat. What do you tell me to watch here? Is this okay to... I need to pull this up on a different screen. You guys are going to get me in trouble here. I got the worst. Where's people here? Oh, this is my twin. Code Basics. Wait, this guy has a lot of subscribers. This guy is Code Basics is like orders of magnitude more popular than me, right? He's been doing videos for years and years. So I am honored to be put in the same sentence as him, and for you to think that I am like he's copying me or something. I don't know if that's what you intended. Cool, no, never use, LO, elbow cuff. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about ever. Let's go back to this. Polars. Pollars. We're going to take every time it says polars. And I'm going to watch this. Let's go to the top of the file. This is what's great about Vim. There's probably a much better way to do that. I can type V, E to go to the end of word. Then I can do X to cut it out. And then I could type in, oh, no, wait. Then I do I for insert, and I do POLARS. See that? You guys see that? But now here's the real magic. I type N to go to the next word, and I type period, and it doesn't work. Let's undo this. Let's try again. Oh, yeah. I'm so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, CIW, that's it. CIW will cut in the word, and then I do polars, and then I do N and period, and now I can just switch all of these. Then I save that, and then I re-upload it. Discard changes. This is garbage. I'm discarding this garbage. No, not about copying, just like the same vibe, hence Indian cousin. Yes. Okay, cool. I got you. I was putting words in your mouth. Look, I'm wearing the same shirt in this. All right, so here's my polars with the actual polars switched out to be the correct capital P polars. It says Rusk like NumPy. That was typed wrong. I guess this could say PL. It even knew Jupyter was like the Jupyter notebook. Yeah. It knows Parquet. It did that right. Tell me if you guys see anything that looks off. It does take data frames and split it, which I guess could just be one word. Every time it says data frames. I'm just glad I didn't leave polars in there. See you all in the next video, and we're done here. Disgarbage. All right, so now this one, if I save, let's go to my account. Let's refresh. Thank you, Whisper. Now I have a little closed caption here. And we could see that it's here at the bottom. Where's the popular parts of this video? Why do people love this part? What's up with you people and skipping over the real important part of my videos? Just kidding. No, so this looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know to what extent it needs to be, but that looks pretty good to me. Now should we try the language? So let's see what whisper languages there are. Languages. Oh wait, that also was the small model. I didn't think about that. If I use the larger model, it might have been better. Portuguese. Let's try putting it in Spanish. What about closed captioning for the live stream? There's probably a way to do that. Hey guys, any tips to make complicated function? Sometimes I get stuck in the middle of a function. Don't make it complicated. Break it down into smaller parts. So how do we change the, can we translate? So it can translate from English to a different. So let's try to go with Spanish. We'll go with the same thing we ran before. Verbose equals true, but we're actually going to go up here and do task, I think it was. Task is translate. Do we have, all right, do we have any Spanish speakers in the chat? By the way, did you clean up the Discord? Someone was spamming. What do I do about that? I was trying to be nice to this guy. Do I just ban? He's just posting all these videos in our YouTube channel. He's been a member since December 10th. Ban. I don't know if that's okay. I just was very brash about that. But I don't think he's like contributing much other than sharing his own YouTube stuff. We see how that works. I don't know if that actually gets rid of all of his posts. Nope, they're still there. Oh well. I guess that'll clean it up from now on. All right, let's do translate. Okay, so it's X to English. Oh, so is it like this? English to Spanish? Spanish. Will this make it into Spanish? Or is it just X to Spanish? Task, translate. Let's try to understand what this translate. Okay, translate to Spanish. Just Spanish like that. How do I do this? Whisper translate is not good. Try deep L. It's probably something like en-us. Let's see. Let's see what they're doing here. Let's see in the examples. This will just translate it to English, but it's already in English. Why do they only give us that example? Not quite sure what it's doing right now. Oh, maybe I need to do... Detection language English. I don't understand how to translate it to something other than English. Or is it only going to translate it to English? Is that what it's saying? Maybe that's just not going to work. Maybe I need to pick a different model. Model is small. Pip install IPython. DeepAI docs.ai API. Okay, you're saying this is better? DeepAI programmatic access to DeepL machine translation. I need to get an authorization key. Start free trial. I don't want to sign up for trials. Maybe translate. Okay, you're saying translate. Task translate ES. Yeah, so it doesn't recognize that because translate is just a an argument. But I think it might be like I could choose model. Model is small. .es. Choose from tiny en, tiny base en. Use the language after the task to translate. So what that says the language argument is a language argument takes in, or it tries to auto detect what the language is of the audio. I think we'll only do Spanish audio to Spanish text or Spanish audio to English text. Why, Tony? But why? Why? So it gets the audio, it transcribes. Let's just go to translate. But you guys are saying this is bad anyways, right? Into QWERTY. Oh, it says into? It says into? Am I an idiot? Am I total, utter buffoon, moron? Where do you see into? Language spoken in the audio. I've been coding for 6 months now, and as a beginner, it feels like my entire world is rotating in coding. Why is that a frowny face? That should be a smiley face. Even in your sleep, you're dreaming about algorithms? That's a wonderful place to be. Stay there. Read me. Let's look at the read me. README. Okay, so this says adding task translate when translate the subtitles into English. Like that's the only language that it can translate into. Yeah, actually try to translate Python model into a different language. Text translation, NLU. So I could try this deep DL translator, but I don't really want to do that. What I want to do right now is I want to take this idea. Let's do this. Let's open this in VS Code. Come on, VS Code, where are you? Open a folder, which is in our repos, YT Whisper. Save that. Yeah, that's fine. Then we're going to go into YT Whisper and look at the CLI. And we're going to take this from a CLI and we're going to actually make a non-CLI version of it. New file. Let's call it transcriber, and then we'll define a class called YT Whisper Transcriber. We'll define an init. Oh, let's turn on Copilot. Init self. And then we're going to do from CLI import. Well, actually, we're just going to take this stuff. From here, we're going to import get audio. We're going to add a run method. The run method is going to do all this stuff. And we are going to tab this over, import OS. And then we're going to add all this stuff here, like model name, output dir, subtitles format. Look, Colab knows how to do this for us. It's already doing this for us. Let's use Python with right, and then everything's going to be like a self.model name equals model name, self.output dir, self.subtitles, self.break lines. These are basically video URLs. Oh, we can give it multiple URLs. That kind of changes it. So URLs to transcribe. So this could be multiple. If you want translate, doesn't NLTK work? It's probably pretty horrible. But I also don't speak other languages, so I can't say. NLTK is like the way I at least think of it is like it's the sklearn of natural language processing. Like it has everything that you would need to get started, but it doesn't have state-of-the-art like deep learning models. But I could take a look at it later. All right, you guys get what I'm doing here though? I'm making an object that should work here. And then this is going to take stuff that are like self import warnings. This is self.model name. We're going to make this a default argument, which is en. We don't need this to pass anymore. Import warnings. Oh, sorry, whisper. Break lines is now self.breaklines. URLs. Where's args.language used? Self.outer. What is slugify to? Oh, that's from here. And this should be from .cli. These are the local imports. Oh, darling. Subtitles format. This should be self. Now we need to change the way this outputs. Write VTT. Let's see how this works. Write VTT takes process segment. And then it just prints it to the file. Let's make another function called getVTT. It's called getVTT. Yeah, so that's how it's it's just printing it to this file and then flushing it. For a segment in transcript, we'll process a segment and then we'll append it. Look at this. Look at this. GitHub Copilot. New camera as quality looks improved. Yeah, do you like it better or worse? This is my old face. This is my new face. It looks darker. It looks scarier. Does it look scarier? Kind of dark. Yeah. I need to figure that out. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's better. It's better quality. It makes me look scarier. Do I look scary? Looks okay. Better plus 50%. Oh, nice, Thomas. Thanks. Looks okay. Imposter Engineer is not happy about it. So if self.outputDir is none. We're going to get VTT of the result segments. And we're going to return this. We need to import this. If this works, I'm going to be amazed. If name equals main, we're going to instantiate and we have to do video is, let's give this example video that we've been working on. Is it called video or video URLs? It should be the first thing. Video URLs, and let's see if this works. Let's install this. No depths. Let's actually edit this and OpenAI dash. How do we install Whisper? Yeah, this looks fine. Let's just add OpenAI Whisper. And then try to pip install this. Don't fail me now. No matching distribution for Whisper, unavailable. What's wrong? I've never understood what's the deal with if name equals main. It's pretty simple. If I'm going into here and I'm calling the utils, sorry, if I'm calling transcriber, if I just call that function, then it will run this main. But putting that code in if name equals main also allows me to import, like if I wanted to import from here this VT Whisper transcriber, it would not run that code when I import that from a different location, which is super handy because you don't want to actually run this test or whatever each time. Import with no parent package. Okay, so what we need to do here is pip install this with no dependencies. So the question is, how did they get this init to work? This I don't understand. So setup.py probably does this. It makes this module. Okay, so YT whisper equals this. YT whisper translate equals YT whisper translate dot main. Let's try this. And then we'll pip install. For requirement, YT whisper invalid script entry point. We do have a YT whisper transcriber. Maybe I can just move this transcriber to transcribe. And try this bad boy. Vim transcribe, translate, transcribe. Okay, so I wrote translate for some reason. I gotta get to bed here soon. Guys, we're having fun here, right? Transcribe. Transcribe, it still doesn't have a main. It does have a main. Oh. So it needs a main function. So a lot of times this is what people do. They'll call a main within the if name equals main. And then they'll make a main function that then can be called on its own. Of course, it doesn't work still. Why am I jumping around from this and from here? Probably should just stay in here. So here dash run. This is what our main function is going to do. And then in our setup.py, this should work. What is going on? I can't do this. Good evening, Zebriah. Streamer strugglers are always fun. This isn't struggle. This is fun. We're having a great time here. I looked at a Python book in the bookshop today. Didn't buy it. You can probably find it online, Lopta. Lopta, where do you live? Ish. What country? What area of the world? You can use Google Translate in the Deep Translator Python module. Ooh. Hey, Medallion, it would be great if you could take some time talking on how you store real-time data for ML applications. It completely depends on the type of data. But if we talk about that, yeah, we could do it. Also, we've kind of done that every time we make a new data set on Kaggle, because those could be automated. If you look like the video game wise guy in a dark cave waiting to impact knowledge, and it does seem better. Okay, so someone thinks my video is better. Great time, he says after he breaks his table. Yeah. Someone tell me what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, I think I figured out what it is. This should be a colon. Please be it. Yes, yes. Okay, we figured it out. See, all we had to do is break the table. I just break the table, then it works. Break the table, and then it works. Then you figure it out. Okay, so this is getting us there. But we got to autocomplete this. Break lines is, what's the default in here for break lines? Break lines. In the arguments is by default 0. So we'll make it by default 0 here. Subtitles format. By default, it's VTT, so we'll make it default here. Look, it already wants to, output directory is going to default to this. I think that's what they did. Model name is default to small. Look at how it's trying to, Colab's trying to autocomplete to this Wave to Vec Facebook model. Nice try. We're going to call it small or medium. Video URLs. All right, so now this doesn't require anything. So now it's downloading the medium model. Oh, we should have also done this. In here, in our transcriber thing. See, the nice thing about this is now we can have another package or a Jupyter notebook where we import this VT Whisper transcriber. Like most really good packages, it seems like abstract out this into an object instead of just having the command line thing. And then you can have the command line thing run that creates this object. That's the way I would prefer to have it. We could do a pull request on this library that no one's updated in a while. But I think this is a better way to do it, you know? Because then anyone writing Python code can interact with this and they don't have to, they're not like required to using this arg parser. It kind of reminds me of what they did with YOLO V8. Because everything of that was like a arg parsed pasta. Arg pasta. Guys, let's just talk. Let's just talk for a second here while this model downloads. I got to log off here in a minute and go to bed. I got to get up at like 5:30 tomorrow. How are people feeling? Suddenly remembered a mug of coffee I brewed and then remembered that I already drank it. That's always fun. That's always fun. Let me see if I turn on the lights in the background. Will that be a little bit? Let's see if I turn those lights up. Is that better? Does that seem less scary? Have you used Jupyter Interactive Window in .py files? 100% recommended. Very handy for data exploration. I don't know of that. Hey guys, look. It's done downloading, but we have an issue. Oh wait, that's not what we want. It's done downloading, but it has an issue. I think I know what it is. So what happened is we have this URLs provided as just a string, and then it's trying to split this. So I think this just needs to be a list of slugs. Speaking of which, while that's going on, let me just go here. And load up Jupyter Lab. And I'm going to try to get a list of all of my... Why does it want a password? Why does this want a password from me? People talk to me. What's going on? YouTube thumbnail. YouTube scraper test. What I want is the own stats. Make this 41. And I know I can get a list of my YouTube videos from this. I have to create these API keys by doing this and then going to this and then continuing and then allowing. This only works once, so you guys can't steal it. And then doing this and the same jazz. Copy this here. Super secure. Probably shouldn't show you guys all that. All right, here's all my stuff. Subscriber forecasting. I don't think I'm going to hit the 100K that I thought of. Although, look at this recent jump. Don't mind that. By the way, I just hit 1 million views. In VS Code settings, there's an option to activate Jupyter Interactive Window. After that, you can run any line of Python you like. Oh, that's kind of cool. Jupyter Interactive Window. I'm going to need to check that out. Really appreciate the content. Currently doing some time series data analysis on Google Data Analytics. 6licks Divi bike data in your videos notebook. Hey, I did my college forecasting thing on that bike data set too. All right, so this is just all of my main stuff. Now I want to pull the actual video. My IDs. These are all the slugs of my videos. What's the length of this? 44. Sounds about right. Let's see if I can take this list. Oh, I understand. I realize what I did here. I need to pip install this again with no dependencies. The other thing is that this is going to do my output print output. All right, so let's see if this works, people. Secretly hope I'm the millionth viewer. It's already coming past, so let's claim that you are it, Lopta. It's a bad thing that I don't know what Jupiter is. It is bad when I have a YouTube video about it that you can just go watch. Brother. Been trying it out for the last couple of weeks since Jupiter Notebook. It's been really handy. That's awesome. Are you in dark mode? It's okay, no? What dark mode? It's nice, but the light by the camera just seems a little too bright. Someone said. Lopta said that. Okay, so you think the light by the camera is too bright. So let's turn that one down. How's that? Is that better? Turn that down. Turn these down. This down. Does it make things better when the light is actually less? Was I going overboard on the light? I appreciate the content, great value to us. Can you do a neural network deep learning exercise? I do need to do that. I've been thinking about doing like a PyTorch, a basics to PyTorch. Try the light, the other side. Down just a tad. I don't know which side is the other side. Hey guys, it's time to be real. 41 minutes ago. Let's take my be real. And then it's going to make a lot of noises. Args is not defined. Where's args not defined? All right, language should be self.language. And then what's the other? Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, gotta undo this. Pip install it. I could pip install -E. I think I would keep it. That would let me have it installed and editable. I think I got about 10 minutes here for me to go. Okay, it's doing something. It's doing something. It's doing something. Are you guys excited? It's not doing something. Now it's downloading the video. Okay, cool. Generating subtitles. ... Maybe I should have made verbose equals true. Transcribe. Verbose. And the CLI. Verbose. Where does verbose actually come in? I don't think it actually uses this verbose command. Because that would be in... Oh, maybe in the args that's passed to the model, it's verbose. I don't know. It's hard to say. Can you do a data analyst as in real world from beginning to end? NumPy, pandas, patla, blah, blah, blah. I kind of do that in one of my videos, but yeah. To deep learning. Oh, deep learning is a big step from that. So data analyst stuff and deep learning to me doesn't really overlap. That Venn diagram doesn't really overlap that much, but it, I mean, maybe. Lapta, you always say stuff like this, but you just got to get started. You just got to do something, man. Just go. I'm rooting for you. It has no thing subtitles format. What the heck is it talking about? Oh, this doesn't have an S in it. I blame Copilot for that. How dare you, Copilot? Let's also go ahead and do this. Just so if this does work. This will do everything and just output it. And I can run this tonight. And then like when I get home tomorrow at midnight or the next day, I can just upload all of the transcripts. This is awesome. Thank you, Whisper. I'd have to go through them and double check to make sure the text is correct and it doesn't have stuff like that polars issue. But yeah, this is cool. Is it going to work? So I didn't realize that it could take in a list. This command line argument version probably could have worked if I just took in a list. But I honestly think I could make a pull request with this to whoever made this this YouTube Whisper. Maybe they would like that. Let's see if there's any issues. Can I translate English videos to Korean? What should I do? And there's no response. Large V2. How to run on local files. I keep on getting this error. Man, there's a lot of... This is why making open source would not be fun. Because you're basically solving everyone's problems. If your code is popular, you're helping solve everyone's problems all the time, or else... All right, so this did work. It made this output stuff. Granted, it's just basically doing the same thing as the other one, but now we're gonna... Can I make... All right, what's the best way to do this additional args thing? Should I do it like this? Let's just make it verbose. Transcribe that Verbose is verbose. So this can take compression ratio threshold, log prob threshold, verbose, audio, the model name. Oh, so I got to give this the model name. I guess I give it here when I create it. Let's try this translate. It's kind of dumb that I made this have all my video names here. But let's just try it. What does it do with the URLs? Video URLs? Does it loop through them for audio and audios? For title, audio path, and video URLs. And then in this get audio, creates the tempter. It downloads them all. Oh, and then it makes a dictionary with the paths. And the tempter MP3 file. That's cool. So now it's downloading all of my YouTube videos. You guys get what it's doing here? Love your content. Thanks, Thomas Prada. You're the best. Salama Kalima. Sorry, I hope I said that right. I need to learn how to say that better. I apologize. I like your videos, way of teaching. Thanks. I love your content. Thank you, Mohammed, for watching. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, also, you should take us through Git and how to push and pull a command line. Yeah, that'd be a good YouTube video. How to use Git. Guys, I've made a YouTube short recently that I don't know if it's good or mean or if people will like it. Wait, let's go to my YouTube. Back to this. And then go to Shorts. Check this out. There's no audio. I was trying to be really have a lot of animation in this one and make it funny. But I think people are taking it too seriously. If you don't do this one thing, it's a dead giveaway that you're a complete noob. It's super common in code to want to iterate over a list of things. And in Python, that's really easy with a for loop. But what if, when iterating, you want to keep the index location of each item? One way is to iterate over a range with the length of your list. This works, but if you do it, you're a certified noob. Another way to do this is to create a counter, which you can increment every time you iterate over an item in your loop. This also works. Someone's saying they're a noob. You're not a noob. Double noob. So double noob. How do you do it, you ask? Quit your whining. I'm about to show you. We can use the built-in Python function enumerate. Now when we this is a little bit cringy. List, we get both the index. Sometimes you got to do cringy things in your life. Not only will this make your code it's like cleaner, a daily thing for me. Certified Python Pro. Do you code in my son? I showed it to him. I was like, "Do you think you like this?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I like the song at the very end." He was a fan of that. That was about it though. I'm trying to be too cool for what I actually am. Alrighty, guys, we did it. So it's starting to translate all of my videos, and then I'm going to have closed caption next time you look at my YouTube channel, which I'm sure you guys will very often, because that's all you can think about is my YouTube channel. But when you guys do, you're going to see I have closed captions thanks to OpenAI's Whisper. And maybe on a different stream, we'll look into some of those translation tools that you guys mentioned. I do look at the analytics for my audience on YouTube, And it does look like the language that is spoken next after English is Spanish. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but the second country is India. So I don't know. Do you guys think that like translate it into Hindi or something would help? But no one's really translating, but they all speak English, right? What? No Welsh? There might be Welsh in there, but Spanish is next, then French, then Portuguese. So maybe if I'm going to translate, those might be the languages to translate into. Alrighty, people. Thanks for hanging out. Let's put some things in the chat. So www.youtube.com @RobMullah. That's my YouTube. Twitter.com/Rob_Mullah. Pretty sure that's mine. I'm putting these in the chat so you guys will all have them. Oh, !Discord. This gets you the Discord link. So I'm going to put this here. Join our Discord. Have fun with us. I could ban you if you just, like I did earlier on stream. I just banned that guy who was spamming. What else is there? You can check us out on !Kaggle. This is my Kaggle link. And that's about it. GitHub. I do try to put most of my Twitch stream projects onto this repo when I do it. Take care. Unfortunately, I joined the stream late. I have notification on phone, but silent all the time. Don't worry about it. You can always go back. I keep all these up for all the people that want to watch them. But yeah, we use Whisper to create closed captions. It worked. Modified the code a little bit to make it a little bit more object oriented. And now it is currently running. Guys, look at this. It is currently running on my videos. So it's generating. It already completed this exploratory data analysis one. I'm going to upload that pretty soon. Or did it do it yet? No, I guess it's in the middle of doing it. But yeah, that's pretty cool that Whisper can do that and that we use this open source package to do it. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Wrong camera. Thanks everyone for following who followed. Thanks everyone who's hanging out for hanging out. And should we do a raid on Twitch? But I'm just going to have to bail. Nick Wan. He's coding. Let's raid Nick Owan. A Nick Owan. So everyone who's with us on Twitch, you're going to go over to Nick. We're going to bring the big party energy. I think he just moved into a new house. You go, Nick Wan. So let's give him some energy. And those of you on YouTube, you guys are just going to go to nowhere. So have a good life. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I'll see you next time. I'm not going to be around on Tuesday. Probably not on Sunday. I'm going to be traveling. So we'll see when the next stream is. Maybe a week from today. Maybe Sunday if we're lucky. All right. Love you all. Stay nice to each other. Learn something new every day. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. All right. Bye.